Have you ever had a boss who smiles at you in a meeting, only to stab you in the back at the water cooler? Someone who sees the office not as a collaborative space, but as a personal battlefield, and treats coworkers not as people, but as disposable assets. If this sounds familiar, then you've likely encountered a Machiavellian manager, a true corporate predator. Today, we're not just exposing their playbook. We're giving you a survival guide for the corporate jungle. Let's start with their signature move, divide and conquer. This isn't just a historical military strategy. It's a daily tactic for the Machiavellian boss. They thrive on chaos and mistrust among their team. How do they do it? It's subtle. It might start with a private comment like, "Hey, just between us, I'm a little concerned about Sarah's performance on the new project. Can you keep an eye on things?" Suddenly, you're looking at Sarah not as a teammate, but as a potential liability. Or they might praise one person's work in front of everyone, while subtly criticizing another's, creating a clear in-group and out-group. This manager will create communication bottlenecks, ensuring all information flows through them. They'll hold separate, conflicting meetings with different team members. Why? Because when a team is fragmented, insecure, and suspicious of each other, they can't unite against the one person who's actually pulling the strings. A united team is a threat to their power. A divided team is a group of pawns, easy to control and manipulate. They create an environment where everyone is competing for their favor, ensuring that their own position remains untouchable. Next up is a classic, and perhaps the most infuriating tactic, credit theft. You pour your heart and soul into a project. You work late nights. You solve complex problems. You deliver outstanding results. Then, in the big presentation to senior leadership, your manager presents it as their own. Your name is either a footnote or completely absent. They might say, "my team and I," but the emphasis is always on "my." When praise comes down, they absorb it like a sponge. They'll use pronouns like "I" when discussing successes, but "we" or "they" when talking about failures. Why do they do this? It's simple. To a Machiavellian, results are currency, and they will hoard as much of it as possible to advance their own career. Your hard work is just a stepping stone for their next promotion. They see your success not as a team win, but as a direct contribution to their personal portfolio. They believe that acknowledging your contribution would somehow diminish their own authority or importance. It's a zero-sum game in their mind. For them to win, someone else, usually you, has to lose credit. They are building their brand on the foundation of your labor. This brings us to their core philosophy, the fear model. Most leaders want to be respected. They strive to inspire their teams and build loyalty through trust and mutual admiration. The Machiavellian manager, however, operates on a different principle. They believe it is better to be feared than loved, or even respected. Fear, in their eyes, is a more reliable tool for control. Respect has to be earned and maintained, but fear can be instilled instantly and with less effort. They create a culture of anxiety. Deadlines are always urgent and impossible. Public criticism is common. Threats, whether veiled or explicit, about job security are part of their daily language. They might micromanage your work, not to ensure quality, but to remind you that you are constantly under scrutiny. They want you to be afraid of making a mistake, afraid of speaking up, afraid of challenging them. This fear paralyzes you. It keeps you compliant and prevents you from questioning their authority or their unethical behavior. In this toxic environment, innovation dies and morale plummets, but they achieve their primary goal, absolute, unquestioned control over their domain. So, you've identified the tactics. You see the game being played. The natural instinct is to try and fight back, to play their game and win. You think, if I just work harder, document everything, and prove my worth, I can beat them. I'm here to tell you, that is a losing battle. You cannot win their game. Why? Because they wrote the rules, and they can change them at any moment. You're playing chess, but they're willing to flip the board over and declare themselves the winner. Trying to outmaneuver a master manipulator in their own territory will only lead to exhaustion, burnout, and immense psychological stress. They have been practicing these tactics for years. It is second nature to them. Your attempts to expose them might be twisted to make you look insubordinate, uncooperative, or unstable. They are masters of gaslighting and will make you question your own reality. This leads us to the final, most crucial point, the exit strategy. You can't win their game. You can only choose not to play. The only real victory is leaving the board. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of profound strength and self-preservation. Your mental health, your career growth, and your professional integrity are far more valuable than any short-term battle with a toxic leader. Start by documenting everything, not as ammunition for a fight, but as a private record for your own sanity and, if necessary, for an HR complaint on your way out. Update your resume. Quietly start networking and exploring other opportunities. Don't announce your plans. Don't give them any ammunition to use against you. Your goal is not to fix them or the toxic culture they've created. Your goal is to strategically and gracefully exit. Remember, the best companies and the best leaders build people up. They don't tear them down. There are healthy, supportive, and inspiring workplaces out there where your contributions will be celebrated, not stolen. Your career is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't let one toxic manager derail your entire journey. The most powerful move you can make is to take your talent, your energy, and your ambition elsewhere, to a place where it will be valued. Choose to invest in yourself and your future, far away from the shadow of the corporate predator. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, please consider liking and subscribing for more content on navigating the complexities of the modern workplace. Stay safe and value your worth.